The top 7 tips. These are fun because you can incorporate it in every single issue essay. It is fabulous. Number 1, write at least 3 practice essays. We promise you there's no substitute for this. I can't tell you how many times students have thought about their essays, but not actually taken the time to write the essays. There's a big difference. So at least 3 practice essays, and if you can get someone to read them, a peer, a tutor, or a teacher in between, you can get valuable feedback. In terms of don't waffle, it's not breakfast foods. It means don't change your position. So halfway through the essay, if you're realizing that perhaps you liked the other side better, you're done. You have picked a side already, stick to it. So you want to acknowledge the opposition, but you don't want to start to agree with the opposition. In terms of real-world examples, you saw plenty of examples in the sample essay, and the more real-world examples you can incorporate, the easier it is for the grader to understand exactly what you're saying and why your argument is so compelling. Make sure your examples are relevant. So, for example, in the sample essay, it talked about STEM education. That's relevant to the topic, but had it been talking about how there are more students going into film school, that might be true, and it's specific, but film school is not in the sciences and economics, so that's not going to work out so well. Avoid first person and self-reference. That's huge, and that's why we're mentioning it again. It's hard to do if you haven't practiced it, but that's why you're going to write at least 3 practice essays. Make strong declarative statements, and you can go back to that sample essay to check some of those out. And then don't forget to refute the opposing view, at least in your conclusion, if not in the paragraph before your conclusion. So go ahead, get started on those 3 practice essays, and keep these tips in mind.